Hello, everyone from Akasa Living. Today is the 555 portal. I caught the date as I was logging on, and something earlier had told me to do the numerology of the date. It is 4 April 15, which is 1-5, and then 23. Leave out the 23, and just make it 23. So when you have 04, 15, 23, then you take the 4 and the 1, you add those together, that's a 5. And then that you took the 1 away from the 15, so that leaves you with a 5. And you add the 2 and the 3 together, and that gives you a 5. When I first started hearing, I was here to learn to communicate. So I was very put out. What do you mean I'm here to learn to communicate? I communicate quite well. And then a few months ago, I told you all that I understood that what that really meant was I was here to learn to communicate with the light being that I am. I'm here to learn to communicate as one whole complete light being, and to understand that this whole continuum is me, period. I'm here to communicate and express myself as fully as possible as this light being. You know, we keep hearing people talk about spiritual awakening and how we're going to get our light bodies. This is what that means. It's on this continuum that is us. It's getting all this muckety muck, all the aspects of ourselves, all the trauma, drama, blame, shame, woulda, coulda, shouldas, all the ancestral stuff, all the societal programming, all of the things that we talk about, all of those out of our way, so that not just the energy can be transferred through our activated chakra system, but translated as fully and completely as possible, without change, without anything being lost in translation. So that the as above, and the as above is not up here, it's here, it's the highest frequency of me, can be translated as accurately and fully as possible below in the densest part of me. I'm one light being that has slowed my molecules down. I'm vibrating very quickly here. This is me as above, in my highest frequency is above. It has nothing to do with, am I up there or am I down here? Am I up there with a harp? Am I down there in the flames? None of that, okay? None of that. The highest frequency me, and I'm doing a continuum so you can see that it's a continuum of me, all right? The highest frequency of me, as above, highest frequency me, slows my molecules down. And as I slow my molecules down, there are different aspects of me that form. But I don't want those aspects to be what are translated in the densest part of me, which is my physicality. What I want to translate, what I want to express, the energy that I want to be expressed in the physical me is as much of this as above energy, the highest frequency as possible. So I want to get all of this out of the way. I want to learn to communicate as fully as possible, as clearly as possible, as one whole, complete light being, without any interference in the continuum that is us. Us meaning me. We are the physical. We are the aspects that are in between, and we are the highest, or the point of origin, which comes directly from source energy. It is source energy, which is choosing to divide itself into many light beings. We are each one of those, and slow our molecules down into physicality. So we are this continuum, but we are not multiple beings. We are one. And we come from one source. So in actuality, we are one source energy. which is fragmenting itself into many expressions of itself. So that is really the only fragmentation that we should be okay with. We don't want to be fragmented along the continuum that is us, or we get lost in translation. We have a lesser than, as above experience here below. These middle aspects, or the trauma, drama, blame, shames, woulda, coulda, shouldas, or the societal programming, or the ancestral, or whatever is here, it's translated. It becomes the energetic bandwidth that we call life instead. We don't want that. We want the part that our source energy has designated. This is going to be maysha. Okay, I want it all. And I want you to get all of yours. I want everyone to get all of theirs. And that's the energy I have to be in. I want it all. I want all of my as above. And when I'm in that energy, that's the energy I put out. I am open to receive all of my as above. I am worthy of it. I don't have to do anything to earn that. I simply am that I am. Ooh, that sounds familiar, doesn't it? You are that you are too. Because we all come from the same place. We're this one source energy expressing itself in all these ways. All these different beings. Okay? And planets and stars and trees and plants and et cetera, because everything is energy. Everything comes from source energy. It's source energy expressing itself in all these different ways. All right? So we are all one. Anyway, but the energy I want to be in is, I want it all. I want it all. I don't want anything in the way. I'm open to receiving it all. I surrender to receiving it all. I believe. I have faith. This is where faith comes in. I know I sound like I'm preaching here. I sound like it's a religion here. It's not. But now we understand where our faiths come from, where our religious beliefs come from. And I'm not telling anyone what to believe. I'm explaining to you the energy of it all. But what you believe this source energy is, I'm good with. You want to call it God? I'm great with that. You want to call it source? I'm fantastic with that. You want to say universe? Okay. I think that's limiting it. I think it's way beyond just the universe, but okay, let's call it that too. Or whatever you want to call it. It is what it is. All right? So what we're doing is we are saying, I'm the physical end. I'm the part that feels it all, experiences it all. So what I have to do is I have to trust that if I just open this channel up, well, what's this channel? That is our energy channel. That is our chakra system. That is the energy column. That is our activated chakra system. The part of it that most of us use or are aware of because it's massive. But let's just talk about the energy channel. So this energy column, this energy channel, this continuum of energy that is me, I have to open that up and allow all from above that source wants me to have in this existence, in this highest and best reality that is this lifetime, this expression of source. I have to allow it to come and trust that if I just get out of the way, the different aspects of me, the trauma, drama, blame, shames, woulda, coulda, shouldas, the societal programming, all of that, if I clear all of that out of the way and I just allow that energy to come, I will have the best outcome possible. That's where faith comes in. It's hard though, because, hold on a second, but I'm the one experiencing it all. And that's not how it's worked. I believed, and I've gotten bad outcomes. Look at the world. The world's got bad outcomes. It's because the world hasn't understood this. We've not understood what it means to be energy. And so we've tried to control it from this end. And the denser aspects of us, and the woulda, coulda, shoulda, trauma, drama, blame, shames, and so the societal programming, that's where all that came from, is the fact that the denser energies is what's been controlling the physicality of us. That's what energetic awakening is. It's what conscious awareness is. It's becoming more and more aware of what we are. So I came here to learn, and all of you have too, to awaken to clearing this energy column, this continuum of energy, so that all of my as above, the very highest timeline possible for me, reality, that is the highest reality for me, to be transferred to me, transmitted to me energetically. I get it in my heart space, and not get lost in translation through these densities of me. But I trust that, and I get out of my own way, and I allow that information to come and to fill me. And then I do according to that guidance. And then we are one whole, complete light being. The doing I am being guided for. So that's where the two natures of energy come from. Allowing, I'm allowing, and then the acting or doing. And then I do based upon what I allow. This is how we flow energetically. Because when we do this, then we're in frequency, and we attract in the other energies that flow with us, that are resonant with us, and things happen easily. But when we work against ourselves, we play ourselves, cut off our nose and spite our faces. It's when we're trying to control things here. It's when these aspects of us get in the way, and they're telling us what to do instead of this one. These aspects have different insights, different perspectives, and they are not the highest. These are illusions and delusions because they are not the highest reality. Now, these illusions and delusions can become our reality if we allow it to. If this is what we accept and embrace and do, it becomes our reality. And that's what we've done as a society. We've allowed these densities, this energy column or continuum, to be filled with these other aspects of us, with the trauma, drama, blame, shames, woulda, coulda, shouldas, the societal programming, etc., to create illusion and delusion, smoke and mirrors of lives that fill up our energetic bandwidth. So we live our lives doing these things. They become reality. They weren't our highest and best good. They weren't our highest timeline possible. We accepted these timelines instead of this timeline. We're all here to energetically awaken to clear all this out. Ancestral clearing, healing, releasing, letting go of what does not serve you. All these terms, I'm sure they're sounding familiar, they're all about clearing this continuum, which is you, so that you can transmit to you, and you can get the full, clear translation of the expression of you that is energy, so it can be expressed in its fullest physically during this energetic bandwidth that is your life. That is what we're doing. That's what we're doing. We are learning to communicate with ourselves and the source energy that powers each and every one of us and everything. That's what we're doing. The 555 portal Not everyone's going to look at those numbers and see 555. That's okay. That's okay. Those who do, though, are on the path to seeing, hold on, I get that continuum thing. I get that my trauma, drama, blame, shames, woulda, coulda, shouldas are in the way. I get what she means about illusions, and I don't want to live those. I want to live the best reality possible. I get that it doesn't matter if I think of this as God, et cetera, et cetera. You see, it doesn't matter. I don't attach a religious belief to any of this. I don't tell anyone what to believe about where we came from, what that source energy is, because regardless, there's obviously conscious intelligence to it. So it's intelligent design, obviously. But even that conscious energy, because you see in the beginning there was energy, neither bad nor good, just energy. We, however, are the energetic bandwidth that is unconditional love. And when we drop below that, well, folks, we see what happens. We have a planet that's in turmoil like ours is. And we see what we do to one another and how we live and what we've done to the planet and the chaos around us. Now, this energy has no intention of slowing itself down to physically express itself that way. That's the density that we are learning to communicate and get out of the way and clear and transcend, and so we can have the fullest expression. So we have to be in the frequency of what we are, which is unconditional love. So we have to come up out of those densities or transcend those densities. That's one way to come up out of. It's a higher frequency. We have to get rid of these densities that have gotten into our energetic bandwidth here, the column of energy that is us, that is blocking and restricting and preventing the translation, the expression of us and our physicality. That is what we are ascending. We are ascending up in frequency, but yet we still maintain our physicality. We still remain dense in the physicality, but our ability to communicate is what's ascending. We're ascending through our powers of communication. Our understanding is ascending through. Sometimes it feels like when we're doing this, for those of us who feel energy, it feels like we're going through wormholes and constrictions, and oh my gosh, that even hurt, and et cetera, et cetera. Because we're going through the densities, we're going through the convolutedness of ourselves and the world around us and what's been created, the density around us. We're clearing all that. We're raising the vibrational frequency. We're clearing those dense energies. And we're taking everything, we're turning it all back into unconditional love. We're taking everything and putting it back into the frequency that is us. So we can all be back in frequency and have the timelines that we're supposed to. Because when we're in these densities, living these delusional, not the ones not the realities we're meant to, we're reverberating out butterfly effect, which causes each one of us to not have what we're supposed to have. If I'm not in frequency, I'm not where I'm supposed to be, so I'm not putting out what somebody is expecting. They're over here holding energetic space waiting for me to do. Nor am I personally getting what I'm supposed to get, and I'm taking up space that someone else is supposed to be in. So that's where the chaos comes in. So we have to clear all that out, so each of us has a clear channel, and we're being expressed in our fullness, in our authenticity. This is our authenticity. I was talking to Diana the other day on a show, and I talked about our authenticity. Well, this is it, folks. Our authentic self is us in frequency, with nothing in the way, keeping us from being expressed as we are understanding at the highest frequency of us, highest consciousness. So this highest conscious awareness that we have. It's still, although it's conscious design, it is energy that was neither bad nor good that became consciously aware and exists in the frequency of unconditional love. That's what we are, right? So we are created in, because we are in unconditional love, and our frequency is slowed down to tactility, still in that bandwidth, all right? But as wonderful and powerful and amazing as that design is obviously a conscious design, it still has to function under the rules of energy. It's still, you have to be in frequency and attract in. We can't do this 3D thing that y'all have been trying to do, where you know how to say and do the right things to manipulate people and act upon their energy to get them to do things. Because that's how all this density, the trauma, drama, blame, shames, woulda, coulda, shouldas, the societal programming, all the stuff you're clearing out of your ancestral stuff, that's where all that came from. And all of that density that was created, that the additional layers of it created, that's what these aspects of you use in the mind, which is programmed, and these DNA, energetic DNA imprints, which have gotten attached to your energy when you come back. That's what the aspects of you use to keep you doing what they want, because these aspects of us, they want to express their agendas. They think they're the highest and best good. No, I want to do that. I know this is better. See, that we consider these to be our guides. You know, we're connecting up all the time, and we're like, oh yeah. I had somebody tell me it's time for you to upgrade your guides. I'm like, how do you upgrade from an archangel? But what I didn't understand was we've personified these different levels of energy that we are. And I don't know that we're personifying them correctly, because until we're dealing with pure source energy and we're letting the pure source energy that is us come through and express itself, we're dealing with densities of us that have other agendas. So, I don't know. Until we surrender to the pure source energy that is us. So that is why we go within to do that, because pure source energy that is us communicates to us within our heart space. Not up here, not out there. I got in the shower yesterday and I had to do this major clearing. I had to repair my energy column. I had to stop energy leaks. I had to do all this stuff. And I'm like, why am I having to do this? You know, I shouldn't have to do this. Well, I'd done a meditation with someone yesterday where cosmics had connected with us. And I welcomed them with open arms, because I kind of miss the cosmics. You know, I like all of them. I've enjoyed all of them. Here's the problem with all of them. All of them, they're the different aspects. They're not pure source energy. So every time we're playing with anything that's not pure source energy, it's higher vibrational than us. It's better than what we've been coming up with in the denser energies on our own. So it is guidance. My guides are telling me, and folks, y'all have heard me. I've been doing this now for a couple of years, and I've been learning as I go too, as I've been awakening more and more, as I've been coming up through the densities, as I've understood more and more, as I've learned to communicate more and more with me, as me. I've understood more and more of me. And so all this guidance I was getting, well, it was just higher vibrational frequency me manipulating me into doing what higher vibrational me wanted done. But it wasn't the highest timeline for me. And so these cosmics coming in, same thing. They may not have been me necessarily, but they were connections that the higher vibrational me's had through their chakra connections. I'll see the lights go up. Not necessarily bad. At different points in time for me have been quite helpful and healing and transformational for me. They were along my pathway of understanding who I was and getting me from here to, through the density and to where I'm at now. But to reconnect with them, it was to step back. And I cannot do that. Because then I have to, hold on, what's going on? What is that? That's why I feel energy, so I know when I've done those things, because I'm rather hard-headed, folks. And yeah. And so I'm like, hold on, what is that? That's not right. What is that? So I had to repair my energy column, pull it all back in. Okay, just pure source energy. And then I got, it was kind of fun to play with them, wasn't it? Yeah, it was good to go back and see the folks. Yeah, but they're denser energies. Oh, I've talked to you all about the non-resonant energies that we have to move on from. Yeah, it was great to go back and kind of play with them because they've been helpful to me. They were a big part of my life for months, maybe over a year. Those were the energies that I was working with. It wasn't upgrading my guides. It's not that they are lesser than. It's just that they're at a different level of conscious awareness. And if I stay at that level of conscious awareness, then the life that I'm living, that is being expressed through me, the energetic bandwidth that is me at this point in time, is having a lesser experience than I have the potential for. And I want all that I have the potential for. So I have to get all of that out of the way. And I'm sovereign over that. But I have to understand that. And there's a level of conscious awareness. But all of that still requires an understanding of universal law. The energy that fuels all of this still requires, you got to be in frequency, and what you're in frequency for is what you will attract in. That's how it works. So you can know that till the cows come home, but if you get yourself down here in denser frequency, if you go play with the cosmics, you're in denser energy, and you're going to attract in denser stuff. So then I had to shoo some energy that came around. I had to say, what are you doing here? No, I've moved on from you. You have not wanted to be a part of my life here. You've gone on a different timeline. You've taken a different route. Light and love to you, but shoot. Because if I let you in, you lower my frequency. That doesn't mean this person is lesser than me. Doesn't mean that at all. It just means that the continuum, which is me, becomes denser. And there's aspects of me that start pushing their agenda. And I don't get my highest and best timeline. That's all it means. Does it mean that any of those energies are lesser than me? It means they've chosen something that's not at the same frequency that I'm going to be living. When we function in 3D energetic behavioral patterns, when we choose to be sovereign of self in 3D energetic behavioral patterns, we are choosing denser energy. We're choosing to behave as a society in denser energy, and our world will be denser. And what reflects all around us is denser energy. When we all step into 5D energetic behavioral patterns, whatever frequency that is for all of us, whatever your as above experience is going to be high vibrational. And our world is going to be a better place. Now, it's not for me to tell you what that looks like. I'm not the sex police, the morality police, any of those things. But it is not going to be the denser energies, which on an emotional scale, because emotions are frequencies, it's not going to include depression and anger and unforgiveness, all the things that lead to crime, doing bad things to other people. Energy does not have to be policed. Energy polices itself. When you are in frequency, you understand when you understand what being in frequency means, when you understand what being your authentic self means. What do I want to be, feel, and experience? Do you want any of that stuff for yourself? Any of this 3D energetic behavioral style stuff? Do you really want that for yourself? Do you want to be filling a role? Do you want to be manipulated into a role? Do you want to be pigeonholed into anything? No. Now, some people have this upgraded version of it where it's, well, I'm going to be exactly what I want to be. Well, yes. But when you get into that energy and you're not considering that who and what you are reverberates out and affects others and therefore comes back to you, you're creating energy loops for yourself. They're energy deficit loops. They're not positive energy loops. So you're still in 3D energetic behavior. You understand? 5D energy, 5D living, 5th dimensional living, energetic awakening, spiritual awakening, learning to communicate as this one whole light being that we are, no matter what your beliefs about what that source is. What your beliefs are doesn't matter. Your beliefs, you can believe that we came from whatever. But we have to hold a frequency. And that frequency that we are is the energy we put out. And that energy we put out is what we get back. And some people call that karma. Some people think that we come back and live over and over and over to pay karmic debts off. No, the only reason we would come back over and over and over to pay karmic debts off is we don't release the energy from it. We have the energetic DNA imprints of what our ancestors did or what we did, and we refuse to let go of it. It's unforgiveness. It's dense energy. That's all these trauma, drama, blame, shames, woulda, coulda, shouldas that even our aspects hold on to and use to keep pushing their agenda through, to keep us from living our highest timeline. Now, why do these energetic aspects do that? Because not to requires faith. We're acting on complete faith that if we clear this channel and just allow and do as guided, we're going to have the beautiful life that we came here to have. And most people have not stepped into their full clairabilities yet. They have not activated their chakra system. They're not using their clairaudience, their clairsentience, their clairtangents. They're not using all those things so that they are getting full communication, and they know, yes, source told me to do that. Yes, this is what I'm supposed to do. And to some degree, many people want more surprise than that. Someone told me the other day, I want to surprise you with things, but I don't dare because you take it the wrong way, and it's I wanted to surprise you with that, and boy, your defenses went up, and you're gonna what? No, you're not. Da, 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 da. And I didn't mean it at all the way you took it. I was trying to come surprise you, but I'm like, well, we weren't energetically in a place for you to surprise me. Where we were at energetically, that was not the way to surprise me. We have to feel safe. We have to feel safe in order to have faith that all this is going to work. How do we feel safe? We keep up-leveling and understanding more and more and surrounding ourselves with resonant energies. We feel unsafe because we are not surrounded with safe energies. When we are not surrounded with people who support us, when what is around us are energies that are trying to do 3D manipulation to us, or are just worried about themselves, which is a 3D behavior, we aren't safe. So it's not illusion or delusion that we're not safe. We aren't safe. But we aren't safe until we pull away from those energies. Now, sometimes that is a leap of faith. the Fool card in tarot. It's a fool's notion that if I just step away from all these non-resonant energies and hold my frequency and believe, build it and they will come. But it is how energy works. And that is what we have not known. We didn't know we were energy, and we didn't know how energy worked. Our health, wealth, abundance, and prosperity are all wrapped up in knowing who and what we are. And when we have those things, we have longevity of life. Everything is wrapped up in understanding this. So you hold frequency, you put out what you want your life to be. So you attract in others who support that, who want that, who agree with that, who are like that. And then everything that's not, well, I gotta go see mom and dad. They've never wanted my life to be that. They've never believed my life should be that. As a matter of fact, they've actively worked against it. They're still actively working against it. They pray against it every day. They put energy out every day against it. Yep, all the time. But I gotta go see them. Okay. Some people believe that. So go see them. But you have to be able to protect the integrity of your energetic field when you do that and not be pulled out of frequency. You have to be able to clear that energy when you leave there and not let that pull you out of frequency and keep you from staying as this one whole light, complete light being that is allowing the life you're supposed to have to come through. And if you can't do that, then no, you walk away from that. Now that's a hardcore stance to take. And there are those who will say she just went too far. Then what happened? If that's what it takes, that's what you do. That means you're putting out the energy that if someone needs to walk away from you in order to have their life, then that's what you're putting out, is for them to do it. Yes. Because, does it hurt? Sure. Because we're attached. But if we're not all in frequency, then we're all putting out non-resonant, inauthentic energy, and we're keeping each other from being in frequency. So if we can't play nice, then don't play at all. If you can't say something nice, don't say anything. Society has taught us to stay in relationship and situations where we are holding energetic space that is illusional and delusional. It is the denseness of the aspects of us, or the trauma, drama, blame, shame, woulda, coulda, shoulda, or the ancestral program, or the societal programming that prevents this energy column, where the transmission of our highest timelines, because there are many timelines in our lives, but the timeline of our life, the highest timeline, that is us, from coming through, being transmitted and being translated in its fullest, purest, most accurate physicality. So if someone needs to walk away from me to do that, including my own son, it's not what I want. But if it means his best and highest good, if I'm not in frequency and I'm preventing him from being in frequency, then it's what he needs to do. And do you know what that means? Look at what I'm saying. I am in the frequency of wanting everyone to do what is best for them. And when I put out that energy, the energy I am attracting in are other people who want everyone to do what is best for them. Because I want the world to have their highest timelines, so the entire world gets there. Those are the energies I want to attract. That is the world I want to create. Because we create the world. That is what we are here to do. We are manifestors. The sacral chakra energy is for manifesting. It's gotten tied up in sexuality because energy wants to feel and experience its emotions that it became consciously aware of, energy in motion, emotion, tactilely. So you bet sexuality is a big part of it. And it's primal because it's how we procreate. And procreation is expansion of consciousness in the physical. So energy is about expanding consciousness. So energy here wants to expand consciousness. This is why we are driven by procreation. That is why so many people are sexually turned on by, I want to have a baby. Let's have a child. And if they can't have children, it interferes with their sex life and makes them feel inadequate because they're not expanding consciousness. They're not procreating. So our procreative energy, our sexual energy, and our expansion of consciousness energy is all in the sacral chakra. It's all there together. Okay, we're here in the densest form of ourselves. And we want to feel the tactility. And this wants to feel the tactility too. That's why it's slowed down. So sexual expression is a goal. But on this end, it becomes an overpowering goal. And in these densities, yeah, they're all about that too, because it feels good. It feels good. And the higher up you go, the more you're aware of. And when up here, when we're not embodied, we don't get to feel that. We don't feel kisses. We don't feel arms around us. We don't feel holding. We don't feel orgasms. We don't feel those things. And we want that. Damn straight we do. And we should. It's part of why we incarnate. It's part of why we embody. That is a huge part of the physicality we come here to experience. But it is also an expansion of consciousness. We have to do it with resonant energies. Again, I'm not being the sex police. But when we tie that energy up with non-resonant energies, we continue to create more chaos. Our lives become chaotic, etc., etc., etc. Now, this is where twin flame comes into play. This is where soulmates come into play. The energy that is closest to yours is the most resonant. Those are the people you want to be sexually involved with. Now, I know I can hear some people. So then if it's a soulmate, they're resonant with me, so that's okay. I can have sex with them. Well, being resonant with someone means a whole lot more than just the fact that their energy is a lot like yours. My energy is a lot like a lot of people. But on this continuum, where I'm having the expression of me expressed, translated, transmitted to me, I'm not going to be everything that this part of me is consciously aware of. I can't possibly do it all at one time. So every soulmate out there that, woo, I feel that energy, I recognize that energy, they're not resonant with me for expanding consciousness all at once. Therefore, they're not resonant with me for procreating all at once either, which is sexual expression. Oh, you see, I'm not going to have the energetic bandwidth to be sleeping with all of those people, to be using my sexual energy with all of those people. Just like I don't have the energetic bandwidth to do every possible thing that this part of me is aware of. It's having to send me what I've got the energetic bandwidth in this density to do. I don't have the energetic bandwidth to have sex with all those people either. Oh, well, that kind of makes sense. I like it. I liked it better when I was sleeping with whoever was lighting me up, because they, in these densities here, they like that too. In the 3DS, we really like that. And that's why these densities want to keep us in 3D energy. It has a great deal to do with our sexual urges. We're not giving anything up sexually by stepping into 5D energy. It's the best sex you're going to have. Now, can you have great sex with someone else? Yes. If you're twin flame and your twin does not come into frequency with you, they choose to stay third dimensional, they haven't awakened to this yet, whatever, then yes, you can be reattuned, which means the energy that is you sends a different signal and says, okay, the twin's not waking up. The twin's not coming into frequency with us. Twin's choosing something else. They're sovereign over self. Nothing we can do about that. Energy does not act upon sovereign beings and bend them like pretzels and make them fill rolls. That's what other humans do in density. High vibrational energy does not do that. So you can ask me to all you want. I'm not going to. These aspects here may help you do that. But no, the highest aspect of you, no. Because the truth of the matter is what frequency we're in that will attract. So we're never really getting somebody else to do what we want anyway. We're just finding a frequency that we can get them to agree to match to. And how long will they match to it? So, anyway, twin flames. Your twin does not come into frequency with you. You will get, when you open yourself up to it, when you surrender to that, my twin is not coming into frequency with me. I surrender to that. I surrender to it. It's their right. It's their right. I want my right, my sovereignty to self-respect. I want my best and highest good for me. So I surrender to everyone having their best and highest good. And no one else can tell me what that is. My light being has to, and I have to surrender to that coming to me. Not 3D manipulation. Not what someone else expects of me, but me showing up as me and being accepted as that. So I have to accept how they're showing up. And they're not showing up in frequency with me. I surrender to. They're choosing not to. That's when we're healed. Doesn't mean that that person is bad. Doesn't mean that they're lesser than. Doesn't mean we never speak to them again. Doesn't mean we can't pass them on the street and be okay. As a matter of fact, the more we can see them and talk to them and be around them and still be in frequency, the more healed we are. Just like the more you can go around mom and dad when they're acting the way they're acting and they don't want you in frequency. Now, the more energy somebody is putting on you to pull you out of frequency, the harder that is. And if somebody is exerting a lot of energy on you to pull you out of frequency, then that is when you do your self-care and you put up the boundary or the parameter and you stay away from that person. But if they're not exerting energy on you to pull you out of frequency, and you're healed, you can be around them. Be around them just fine. Because what do you want for yourself? I want to be happy. And for me to be happy, I have to be with a resonant energy. And they choose not to be resonant with me. And I choose to be in my highest timeline. So then Source says, my tactile is ready. They've cleared the energy. So now I can send energy that says, well, there is a soulmate over there. They're resonant with you. And that energy comes through. And you come across that person. And there will be things that trigger you. You'll put your walls up, you'll put your defenses up. You know, to come back and revisit the sun and heal a little more, or maybe not. Maybe you're totally healed and you don't get triggered. Just like you'll be triggered somehow, because we're never really totally healed from anything. We're always triggered. Keeping this channel clear for this transmission, this is a full-time job. This is why the amount of things we allow in our energetic bandwidth, well, we have to do energy management. So we're not letting in so many things that we can't manage and keep the channel clear. But you allow that soulmate in, and they're close enough to you energetically. You can have the same great experience. Now, is it exactly the same? It's never going to be exactly the same because it's a different experience. Is the sex going to be as good? I don't know. Are you going to let it be? What do you want to be, feel, and experience? Well, I want to be, feel, and experience my best life possible. I want the sex I have with my partner to be the best sex possible. Then choose that. You know, it's a soulmate. You know, they resonate with you. You know, your source energy sent them to you. You know, their source energy sent you to them because you're attracted together, you flow together. So why are you even questioning it? That's the aspects of you. That's the denser parts of you. That's the part that's not healed. Damn straight, it can be the best sex ever. I can have the best life ever. I can have an amazing life. This person resonates with me. And then here goes the mind, the program part, because the denser parts are that if you let them in or hung up on the twin, what if the twin comes back? What's the twin? No. We transcended those things. We are healed from those things. We have faith. We trust. We know. Our one whole complete light being is always going to want us to have the best experience possible because we are this one whole person. So if that is going to happen, there'll be a change. And it will flow with grace and ease. And if it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. And you can grieve it. And you can keep holding space for something that's not going to happen. And waste the energetic bandwidth that is your life. Or you can live. And you can experience that soulmate. And you can have the health, wealth, abundance, and prosperity and the longevity that is the life that you are able to manifest as you activate your full chakra system. Clear all of this out. The woulda, coulda, shoulda, trauma, drama, blame, shames. Transcend those aspects and allow the transference of the energy, the transmission of the fullest expression of you to come down and be translated without interference in the purest expression. So you're as above, the highest frequency can happen below. Heaven on earth. It applies to twin flame. It applies to everything. This is what we're doing. Pensacola is when you start this process. Labradorite is a magical, almost circus-like, princess-like. This can't be a real crystal. It's because when you awaken and understand who and what we are, it's not woo-woo, it's not magic. It's science. But it's magical when we let it happen. This card that has patience at the bottom, I don't know why it's got patience. The moon, the silver, the white. White is purity. Silver is truth, is reflection. The moon is a mirror. The full moon, the light, the reflection, the looking at ourselves, the allowing others to reflect with us is how we heal. And yes, we can be as patient as we want to be, but we can quantum leap this shit, folks, because the energetic bandwidth we have in our lifetime has shortened because humanity forgot that they were energy. Now, the more of us that remember it, and the more the planet as a whole spirals up into higher vibration, the longer our lives are going to become again. But right now, well, I'm shooting for well over what most people think we're supposed to live. But I'm not willing for this clock to keep ticking. And this whole karma thing, I think I got off track on karma. No, we don't have to come back and live lifetime after lifetime after lifetime to clear up our karma. We just choose, hold on, I'm doing this, it's causing that. That's the karma I'm getting. I'm going to stop doing that. I'm going to stop getting that karma. Now, it's like a credit card. If you ran up $20,000 in debt, you're going to have to pay off that $20,000 in debt. Now, that doesn't mean if you did a bunch of bad things have to happen to you. But if you did something that affected something in some way, like robbed a bank and you're in prison, you may have to finish that prison term. That is your karma. But not all karma works that way. It could be that you didn't have any friends because you weren't nice to people. You start being nice to people, you start getting friends. So not all karma is something that spans out over a long period of time. So this clock, lots of people see clocks and they're like, karma has started. You're putting out energy that is bringing in energy you don't want. And that energy is going to keep coming. You're going to keep bringing in, you're in a negative energy or an energy deficit loop. That's bad karma. Get out of the loop. Get in the energy you want. And guess what? This clock resets. And pretty soon, you're going to start attracting in the energy that you're putting out. We can't have what we want until we are what we want. You want to be loved, put out love. You want somebody to be honest with you, be honest. You want somebody to be kind to you, be kind. You want somebody to share with you, share with them. Now, when you're doing this, when you're opening yourself up this way to someone and they don't do it back, they're not pouring equally back into you, they're not in resonance with you, they're not in the same frequency. You keep holding that space. What you're energetically saying is, I'm okay with just waiting. I don't have to have what it is that I'm putting out the energy for. I can just hold space for that person. They can take forever. And you get more of that. And it becomes every part of your life is that way. I don't have to be treated the way I deserve to be treated. I don't have to have a fair life. I don't have to have what I know I deserve in life. I don't have to have a happy life. I deserve it. I'm holding space for it, but I can wait. Waiting. We give people fair time. We're fair. We want fair time to do things. We can't always stop on a dime and do something. But we communicate that. And when we communicate with someone what we're doing, and they don't acknowledge that communication, or that communication isn't enough, or they don't accept it, they're not in resonance with us either. So when in our minds, that I've explained, and in their minds, well, that's not enough, you're not resonant. Well, I'll explain it some more. And then, well, doesn't change anything. I'm still not going to acknowledge what you did or anything else you did. Okay, well, I'll do a little more. You're holding space for someone who thinks and feels entirely differently than you do. They're not in resonant energy with you. And what you're creating is in your life, well, I'm just going to keep doing more and more for people and holding space for them. And they don't have to understand or do the same for me. Because when they don't, I'm just going to do more. And that's what becomes expected. And that's what becomes your life. Or you can stop it. And you can wake up to it. And you can step into the energy that you want in your life and that you deserve in your life. You can get all the trauma, drama, blame, shames, woulda, coulda, shouldas, societal programming, the aspects of you with their illusions and delusions that this is somehow going to change out of the way. And you can let your highest and best good come. And there's nothing magical about it, folks. It's how energy works. But life feels magical when it happens. And it's an ongoing process. It's not magic. It's not putting anybody's religion down. What created us is what created us. Whatever you believe that is, that's perfectly fine. But we are energy, and this is how energy works. Whatever it is you're going through, wherever you're at in all of this, and believe me, some of this can be rough, especially if you're really someone who feels intensely all these changes, all the energy. Some people call it a dark night of the soul. I don't see it that way at all. The density that you're going through, that you're shedding, that you're discovering, it's not darkness. Energy is neither bad nor good. You're coming out of 3D behaviors and into 5D behaviors. You're getting rid of the trauma, drama, blame, shames, woulda, coulda, shouldas, and the societal programming. You're coming into light. You're coming into higher vibrations. Out of darker, a higher frequency is more light. So you'll survive it. You won't just survive it. You'll come out with more light. You'll have new solutions and new beginnings. Step into them. Step into them. Go through the chrysocolla of awakenings. And there's going to be awakening after awakening after awakening. It's an ongoing process. And live the magic of lepidolite. Or lepidolite. Yes, lepidolite. Make sure that you're always in positive energy loops. If they're not giving back to you equally, say so. I'm going to tell you a bit about my own experience. Communicator that I am, I've had these aspects of me in the density of the trauma, drama, blame, shames, woulda, coulda, shouldas, and societal programming, etc., etc. causing me fear and trepidation and limiting my life, because I would say, this is me. This is me. I know it's me. This is what, my heart's lit up. I got the transmission. This is me. But then when it would come time to do it, all that programming would, but what if? And it would go spinning and spinning and spinning. And I wasn't surrounded with resonant, supportive energies, because I kept holding space, because I wanted people to hold space for me. So I was putting out the energy of, if I just hold space, then other people will hold space for me. No. If they're not holding space for you, they're not resonant with you. You pull your energy back from that. You call it up into frequency, so you can get the transmission again. So you transcend those energies that are in the way, and you call in energies that will hold space for you, that are like you. That's where your solutions and your beginnings come from. So many things in my life have lit me up. I've felt them here. I've known and knew. But energy is about relationship. The things that we were supposed to have, we don't have if we're not in right relationships. I get attached so easily because I open my energy up so easily, because I know it's the supportive energies around us. I'm a consultant by nature. I open up the floor to the best and highest ideas, but I take responsibility for making the decision on which ones to use. Not everyone trusts that. If they don't trust that, they hold back on you. If they don't trust that when they give you that idea, that you're going to give them credit, that you're going to acknowledge them, that you're going to take the fall if you choose to use it and it doesn't work, then they don't step up with you. You can't hold a space for that person indefinitely. You have to pull your energy from that, open up the energetic bandwidth for somebody who will step in and who will trust and who does see you clearly for who you are. Yes, I want your ideas. Yes, I want what you have to say. Yes, when it comes to me and the decisions I'm supposed to make, I will make them. And I will give you credit for what you bring. But I will also take credit for my mistakes. I won't blame you for them. I will fix me, and I will leave you to fix you. And then we'll go on and we'll make more together. I'm sovereign over me, you're sovereign over you. Together, we create in a third dimension, another dimension, the dimension that is us together. You, me, us. By nature, I was born that way. And so I thought the world functioned that way. And I've been all this time finding out that, no, you became a consultant to learn that that's not how it happens. That you have to play hardball, and you have to, nope, got to get rid of that person and find somebody for the team that gets it. But everything in me, I am that. I am the essence of that. And I'm only now awakening to that. It took my health. It's robbed me of how much energetic bandwidth that is my life. That's okay. I'm awake to it now. But to hold that frequency, I have to hold that frequency. And I have to keep surrounding myself with people who are resonant to that. And if they don't give, I have to speak up and I have to say, you're not filling back and forth equally. And I'm telling you, clock's ticking. So go look in the mirror, figure out why. And if you just don't want to, okay, then move on. But if it's something going on with you, okay, can I help? If not, okay, then you fix it. I'm not telling you how to fix it. I'm offering to help if you want my help. If not, okay. But fix it. If not, though, I'm not coming out of frequency for you. Because you're not going to be happy anyway if I do. Because you came to me because we were in frequency together. No, we're not. No, I'm not going to stay unhappy. You're down here, I'm up here. Or you're up here and I'm down here, however way y'all want to look at it. We're not in frequency anymore. Now, I'm going to open that space up for something resonant, whether it's a job, a friendship, a hobby, the intimate person, whatever. So you can do the same damn thing in your life, and you can be happy, healthy, whole, complete too. Yes, folks, I'm just that direct. Most people don't like that. Most people are like, you can't talk to people that way. That's a problem. We're not direct. We don't act. We don't do these things. In my work world, it was pretty much this direct. Just how you fix nursing facilities. You got to be this direct. You got to move that fast. You have to. But when the world around you is not that way and you're criticized for it, it hurts. Because by very nature, you're open and all you want is to attract in supportive energies. And the energies you've attracted in aren't, but yet you're holding on to them and you're holding the space for them to be. You implode. Because you can't hold that frequency when you've surrounded yourself with energies that aren't like that. I refuse to implode again. I refuse. Sovereign over self. Sovereignty over self. Now you talk this way to some people and they hear you're blaming me for what happened to you. No. I'm blaming me. This was my frequency to hold. You weren't matching it. I saw it. And instead of giving you a conversation about it, warning about it, heads up about it, a chance for us to fix it, I may have done those things. I may have done them over and over and over and just kept holding the energetic bandwidth for you and holding it for you and holding it. Oh, look what I did. I played myself. You were being you. You were choosing. You. And the more I did it, the more I just kept inviting the energy in. Yep, I'm just going to keep saying this. You don't have to do it. I'm just going to keep holding the space. And so the energy I was attracting in was, she's just going to keep holding the space. She doesn't mean what she said. You don't have to really match her energy. You don't have to really, she'll handle it all. She'll do it all. She'll do it all until she implodes. And I've done that my whole life. Not anymore. You let those energies go. That is your personal responsibility to do. So they can go on, and the space you were holding in their life, or not holding, but trying to, is open for them to have what they want, whatever that is. And it's not for you to judge. Somebody not being in frequency with you is not a judgment thing. Does that mean that some people could be in denser energies and doing things that are not the best in the world? Denser energies frequently aren't making the best decisions. Denser energies frequently aren't doing responsible things or healthy things, but not necessarily. Just because it's different than what you would do doesn't necessarily mean it's wrong or bad. It can be or it cannot be, but it really doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. If you use your energetic bandwidth to try to figure that out, you're not in frequency for you. I'm going to use my energetic bandwidth to try to figure out what everybody else is doing. Yep, I'll figure out what everybody else is doing. I'll figure out whatever. That's all you're attracting in is more people and things like that. And are you attracting in this are you creating a clean channel for your highest timeline to come through? No. Well, but boy, you're getting the illusions and delusions and the woulda, coulda, shouldas and trauma, dramas, blame, shames, and you're getting all that. You're up all night thinking and ruminating And you're playing conversations over and over again. I'll tell them, and they should have said, no, I should have said that. And next time I see them, or, you know, when so-and-so sees so-and-so, they should such a name. No. We're responsible. But when we try to express this to some people, if they don't think this way, they hear us saying, you're blaming me. No, I'm telling you what happened. And I'm telling you, I stayed right there and let it happen. I did it to me. I played myself. Now what you did, you go look in the mirror and you figure that out for you. I'm just telling you, this is my perspective. This is what happened. And I stayed in it and I did this. And now I'm pulling out of it. I'm pulling my energy out. Love and light to you. I'm not judging you. But I'm not staying either. And the energetic bandwidth that was for you is no longer there. No hard feelings, no judgment, no, but you need to know it's not there. Because I've freed up that column, that energy channel. So I can be reattuned, so I can get the frequency of what's next. The next resonant thing. So I am attuned, so I'm attuned to what's next. I love that all this is frequency and musical, and so I can be authentic to me. You go and be authentic to you, and that's what I want for you. There's that silvery moon again, that mirrored image on the lake. Come out, reflect. Violet looking light even, because violet transmutes everything. There is no bad or good energy. The denser energies that we feel, for all this time now we've been, let's clear that energy. Let's transmute that energy. Let's da-da-da-da-da. Turn it all into unconditional love and use it to go forward on your timeline. We've been taking all these energies that have been coming into us, and we've been pushing them out, clearing them out, getting rid of them, whatever. This is one way that you go into those non-resonant energy dens and you come out better. You walk out. This is what I did in the shower, and told you all the story about the shower. So I fixed my energy column, and then I'm like, okay, so all this energy now, let's absorb that energy. Just turn it into love again. High vibrational, match the frequency that is me, the timeline that is my best and highest good, my reality, without illusion and delusion. Let's turn it into that. And let's use all that energy that we absorbed doing something we shouldn't have been doing, getting into, the muckety muck there. And let's use that energy to go forward on our best and highest good timeline. So if somebody sends you bad energy, denser energy, if somebody wishes ill for you, somebody wants you to have something in your life you don't want, thank you. Thanks for that energy. I'm not going to use it exactly the way you intended. I'm going to use it. I'm going to turn it into love. You meant it as love. And love, there you go, the lights. You meant it to love me the way you want to. I'm going to love me the way I want to. So thank you for the love. Thank you for the energy. Now, okay. I trust. I allow. Take that energy. Transmute it. Send it back to me. Let's use it to go forward on our timeline when we should be doing to express the life here, to manifest the life here. That's going to be our best and highest good. We have to go within to do this. We have to hear it in our heart space. We have to feel it in our heart space. It lights us up. And we do that. We do that. And we don't let anything stop us. And we're not being selfish. We want everyone to do this, so everyone has the life they're supposed to have. And when I'm where I'm supposed to be, and I'm attracting in what I'm supposed to, and you're where you're supposed to be, and you're attracting what you're supposed to, and the people on that side of the planet are doing the same thing, and the people over there are doing the same thing, and the people behind me are doing the same thing, and the people around you are doing the same thing, guess what? Chaos. It's going to turn into order. Energy polices itself. And all we have to do is be in frequency. That's all we have to do. New solutions and beginnings. It's reflection. And notice how all this light is reflecting on water. Water flows, never staying still. You recognize something is happening, you address it, you give somebody that energetic space to, okay, are we gonna deal with this? You're not gonna deal with it? All right then, light and love, moving on. That's your responsibility to do. And have a situation, let's put it that way, where I've been explaining that lately. Yeah, this is great. Okay, this is the frequency though. You're gonna stay in that frequency? You're gonna match that frequency? All right, great, awesome. Hold on, we're not in frequency. Are we getting back in frequency? Okay, yeah, great. And this is every type I'm talking. Is it work? Is it friendship? I talk in terms of energy. It's not personal. It's hold on. You're choosing something that's not this frequency. When we talked about this, whatever this is, I said, this is how I show up. This is my frequency. You said you too. You're not showing up in that frequency now. So are we doing this frequency or not? If we're not, okay. But I'm going to hold this frequency and open up that space so someone in that frequency can come in. Is that you, or do you need to go look in the mirror and get back in frequency? What's going on here? It's that simple. Now, is it that simple? Not if we get attached and we don't use our voices. Because Akasa, the earth plane of existence, is where we express ourselves energetically, and we have to speak up. But recently, a few times now, I've had a chance to use my voice in a certain situation. But I've used my voice and used my voice and used my voice in many ways in this situation. And it's not changed yet. I've held the space energetically for it too, and it hasn't. So I chose, and felt I was guided to, and believe I was guided to mostly remain silent and allow the other party to express if they were going to or not. Now, hindsight, that person expresses with action, whereas I tend to express with action and voice. That person simply showing up was probably the amount of expression that should have triggered me to go ahead and say all the things that I would have said had somebody walked in and said, let's have a conversation. But I didn't recognize that. I can't go back and redo that. And I have before taken the initiative and believed exactly what I just said, translated it that way, and gone ahead and spoken up. And it's not changed the situation. It hasn't put us in frequency. So I can waste energetic bandwidth on second guessing myself. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, trauma, drama, blame, shame. Or I can accept, okay, you did what you felt you were guided to do. You meditated on it. You let the light in, the light which is you. And for the level of consciousness you were in at the time, because we're always up-leveling if we're open to it, you did what you knew to do. And it's the best you could do. So pull yourself back to yourself. Release that. Use that energy now to go forward on your timeline. And allow you to guide you now to your best and highest good. That's all I can do. Now, sometimes we can go back and we can have a conversation after the fact, but sometimes we can't, and we have to judge those things individually. And how do we do that? Heart space. We let the light being that we are communicate to us. I use this, folks, every day, very practically. I don't just get online and say this stuff to you all. This is how I truly try to implement my life. And when I find myself not doing it, I go to the mirror. Whether it has to be a friend, whether it's Diana, whether I have to pull the cards up and find in the mirror there, whatever it takes, get back in frequency. This is an ongoing process. But we are all ongoing and undergoing this. And the world is going to get to magic. And it is science. But it's more than science. There is conscious awareness. There is a design. Now, it's magical to us, perhaps, because the consciousness that's doing it is so advanced to us. I don't know. The level of consciousness I'm at right now sees it this way. When it changes, I'll let y'all know. See what we get here. Personification of energy by a unicorn. Caring community, participate and belong, enrich your life. Caring. We have to be in resonant energies. Look at that circle. Look at that fire in the middle. Look at that silvery moon up there shining light for everyone to see clearly. We have to be with resonant energies. You're surrounding yourself with people who are not resonant with you. And you think you're controlling the situation. Frequently we do this because we think we're in control of all of that. You're not. You're on frequency. Anything that you're controlling, anything you're having to control, if it's not going with grace and ease, if it's not flowing, if you're having to work yourself to death to control it, do we have to work in this lifetime? Do we have to do? Yes. We have to do according to our guidance and according to what flows into us. But when we're having to work ourselves to death with woulda, coulda, shoulda, trauma, drama, blame, shames, when we have got chaotic drama all the freaking time, it's because we don't have resonant energy around us. We've made the wrong choices. We're not in frequency. And we're keeping other people from having the right frequencies in their lives too. Are we purposefully doing it? Are we literally keeping them from it? No, but we're taking up energetic bandwidth in their lives and contributing to them not. I get the community card a lot. And tarot is like, oh my God, somebody's got a third party situation going on here. Or occasionally it's a celebration. No, it's be with resonant energies. I'm a project person. I'm a project leader. I'm an idea generator. But I'm not an in the muckety muck do every little piece of it person. I'm meant to have people doing with me. I'm meant to delegate. And it doesn't mean I'm meant to put myself over people. It just means we all have skills that we're good at. There are people who hate delegating. There are people who hate coming up with the ideas, who don't come up with the ideas, but who want to be told, do this, complete this, and who want feedback on it. We all have things we want to do that we like doing. I'm an idea generator and a project leader and manager. I need to be surrounded by people who support that. I know that. I have things that need to be done, that to get them done, I need that support. How do I get that again in my life? Before I had it because of the kind of work I did. How do I do it now? Well, first we have to see ourselves clearly and know who we are and be in that energy. And it's not arrogance. There are those who would see it as such. I don't see any of that as arrogance. It's just who I am. I see the people who are able to do the every little detail thing. Damn, I admire those people. I can do it. It puts me in bed for a week because it overwhelms me. I can do it. And it's damn good when I'm done. But I'm sick as a dog afterwards. It's not worth it because I'm out of frequency doing it. And then I implode and I can't do anything else because I'm out of frequency doing it. I know my frequency. I can feel my solar plexus doing this. Damn straight we know. So I'm meant to find the resources to have that team of people to do the things that I know need to be done. I can feel my heart space. Damn straight. That's who we are. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Let's do it. How do we move that energy? How do we make that happen? We see ourselves that way. We know that's who we are. We put that energy out and we go, we do it. We believe it. And we don't put energy into other things. We hold that frequency. We trust. And we know. And we do what we're guided to do. And we don't let anybody pull us out of that energy. We don't let anybody tell us we're not that. We don't let anybody tell us we're reaching too far. We don't get attached to someone who's not going to step into that energy with us and walk with us. I'm a relationship person. I know I am meant to be here, and the person I'm meant to be in relationship with is meant to do this with me. Because our sacral chakra, our co-creative abilities, and our relationship energies are so intermingled. And my life is meant to be that intermingled. I know that about me. Most twin flames are that way. And if your twin won't do it, there's a high vibrational soulmate who will. Keep going. And don't let anyone stop you. Know who you are. And don't let anyone else's opinion about what you're doing or how you're doing it or what you see as success. No. What is being translated to you, transmitted to you. This is your timeline, your best and highest gift, your energetic bandwidth. Open yourself up to that, and you will feel it here. See what this one is. Release your blocks. Look at that moon. All those things that are blocking you. How do we release those? Those are energies that are not resonant with us, or dense energies that we have taken in, low vibrational energies we have taken on, accepted as truths, as part of us that aren't. So we release the non-resonant energies. We get away from those. Love and light. I'm not judging you. We're not the same frequency. See you later, Gator. After a while, crocodile. I'm selling the truck. For those of you who saw that episode with Diana, I'm selling this truck. Giving the damn truck away. I'm giving more stuff away, folks. And then the energy. Don't give the energy away. Don't send that energy to wherever. Absorb it until your source. I'm trusting you. Turn that into the frequency that is us. And use it to push us forward on our timeline. For the reality Not the illusions, delusions. The reality of our best and highest good. More watered, by the way, because we cannot stand still, ever. What does be humble mean? Oh, so many people have used this to mean you're arrogant when you believe that you are supposed to have some best and highest good. When you speak up for yourself and say no. Being humble means I know my frequency. And I know it's mine. And I'm not telling you what yours is. I'm just standing in mine. Here I am. No expectation of you. But to be in my frequency, I have to be surrounded by those who support it. So I'm going to hold my frequency. Love and light to you. If you're resonant and you stay, so be it. If you're not, so be it. I don't think I'm better than you. I don't think you're better than me. I don't see what I'm doing as more important than what you're doing. I don't see myself in any way as better than you. We're from the same source energy. Your best and highest good is just as important as mine. As a matter of fact, it's equally as important. You've got to be in yours, just like I've got to be in mine for the next person to be in theirs. Or we have butterfly effect going on and none of us are in ours. I am humble. I know. I'm not better than anyone. I'm equal to everyone. And we're all equal. I'm not blaming you for anything. I'm taking responsibility for myself. And when I do that, I'm opening up the energetic bandwidth for you to be you. That's how I show up. Great cards, y'all. Love that. Ideas, passion. I told you earlier, I made the comment, so how do you do this? How do you manifest this life I'm talking about? You put yourself in the energy of it. You take the time every day, as many times a day as you need to. How do you get in frequency? You feel it. If you're not feeling it, you're not in frequency. You and your significant other have had a misalignment of frequency. How do you get back in frequency with that person? You connect to your heart space. You allow source energy that is you to communicate with you until you can feel that person again, that frequency again, that excitement again, that everything about that relationship again that lit you up and it caused you to be there anyway. And if you can't feel it, then you ask source to communicate with you why. Show you why. Show you why you aren't feeling it. No, you don't ask them to show you what's wrong with them. You don't fix them. So it's 3D thinking. Well, that's what's wrong with him anyway. No. No. Why am I not feeling it? And so know what he did to trigger me. He did that again. That's what's wrong with him. But I don't fix him. He triggered me. So I'm not feeling it. Why? What do I do? How do I get the feeling back? How do I get in frequency? And you let source show you. And then you get in frequency. And you communicate that frequency. You put that frequency out to that person. And that may mean that you walk in the room where they're at, and that's all you have to do. Or it may mean you walk in the room and you sit down next to them and you say, okay, hi. That may be all you have to do. Or you may have to say, you need to talk. Or it may mean you have to say, I have to know the frequency, I owe you an apology. Or it may mean you have to say, well, my frequency is changing. We need to talk. You're just going to be able to imagine. If you want to imagine. Who knows what it means? But what source, look where this side's coming from, is always going to be giving you is excitement. That feeling that lights you up. Because that's what drives you. This is why you're doing it anyway. Source feels it. Source knows it. Source is consciously aware of it. And now Source wants to have it tactilely. That's you. That's your part. And you're here to have an amazing experience, not this dead stuff. So do your part. Mirror back and forth with yourself, with Source. Get in frequency. And then physically express that. Use your voice, use your chakra system. Use the energetic you and the physical you. Use everything at your disposal as you're guided to have that best and highest good. That's how we manifest that life. But if we don't feel it, if we're not feeling it, we're not in that frequency. Well, I was feeling all lovey-dovey about them and touchy-feely about them, but I don't feel it now. They're right. That didn't last. So, yeah, you just let them, that didn't last. They're right. I filled up my energetic bandwidth with other stuff. Aspects, woulda, coulda, shoulda, trauma, drama, blame, shame. Doing too many other things. You let all that stuff keep you from getting that transmission. That's this. You're not mirroring to see, how do I get this back? Because this was good. I want this. Settle for less. I don't deserve it. My family told me it wouldn't last. Nobody's last. Nobody else has got it. You see the energy we put out? Yeah. You stop as many times a day as it takes. You go look in a mirror if you have to. You meditate. You do whatever it takes. This feeling back. You put this energy out. You be this energy. You embody this energy. You let this, you surrender to this, being this physically in you. And that's how you manifest it and have that life. But if you refuse to express that, well, I'm thinking it. Did you tell them? Did you show them? Did you act it out? Did you express it? Well, no. I'm waiting on them to do that. Why? Well, I may be rejected. That's a lot of frequency. That's our trauma, drama, blame, shames, woulda, coulda, shouldas. It's our fears. Pick up that frequency. And don't beat yourself up over any of it. So what are we going to do? What's our meditation? We're going to go to the heart space. And we're going to open up our heart space to pure source energy. And we're going to feel exactly the change, the 555 that we're supposed to feel, to be the highest vibrational self that we came here to be, the highest timeline, the highest timelines, work, family, friends, love, hobbies, feel our timelines. So you're going to maybe want to do this more than once. And then we're going to ground those and keep coming back to them as many times a day as you need to, as much as you need to. And you may say, well, that's a waste of time. If all I do is sit around and no, if you ground it, you can come back to it more quickly. And if you feel it in your heart space, you can come back to it more quickly. Learn to be this one whole complete light being, to communicate quickly, to recognize all of you, to live as all of you, so all of you can live all that all of you is supposed to be living. That's all we're doing. That's a change. That's a change that we're trying to up level to, that we are up leveling to now. All right, so if you want to light candles, please do so with your eyes open. If you want to do this while you're walking or something of that nature, that's fine. Don't do it while you're driving, though you may get sleepy. Don't do it operating machinery or something like that. Nothing where you're going to get sleepy, perhaps. If you would like crystals with you, of course, I keep my amethyst here. I keep my rose quartz. I keep the fluoride that I have, which is actually an aquamarine color from home. I have a big honking piece. I know y'all have seen that because it, for me, represents the high heart chakra, which is the bridge. I'm not going to get into all that. I have a couple pieces that are light blue for connecting up, which I don't use as much, but I do keep them here. I have a deep blue heart. The deep blue color, of course, is throat chakra. Yeah, and the heart shape, of course, representing many things, the personification of many things to humanity. So take that as you will. Rose quartz, pink transcendent love, heart as well. And the cerulean here, which is earthy. Some consider it sacral chakra color. Some consider it, some even consider it the earth star chakra color. I consider it more sacral chakra color, but it's hard too. But this is like the energy that powers us. This is our baser energies. So I have a whole variety of stuff here. And I also have pink tourmaline. Tourmaline is, frequently we're familiar with black tourmaline. Tourmaline is a transmuting energy, but it doesn't just transmute, it transmits. I keep getting tourmaline, I kept getting it, and I kept coming to that it transmutes and transmits. Now think about what I've been saying. Hey, see the lights go up? We don't just want to change the energy. We're changing the energy so it can be transmitted correctly. We turn it into high vibrational love, and then we transmit it into our highest timeline. So it's expressed through us in the reality, which is our best and highest good, without the illusions and delusions, which are not. So pink tourmaline, because that would be transcendent love. Yeah, so pink tourmaline. So yeah, I'm probably just, oh wow, no, I got told to pick that back up. All right, I'm picking that back up. So amethyst and pink tourmaline, it looks like is what I'm going to be holding. So let's get in our pyramid, folks, because the pyramid is the shape of change. It's the geometric shape of change. It is also the shape that enhances energy. It's like superconductor shape for energy, if you would. So let's get inside our pyramid. We're bringing in white light, which has all the colors of the color spectrum. We're bringing in blue light, which is unconditional love, and violet light, which transmutes everything, so it can be transmitted correctly, and nothing gets lost in translation. It is physically expressed as our best and highest good, without illusion or delusion. And all the energy that is within us as we breathe in and hold it and allow the very air that we breathe with these frequencies, these codes, this energy in it, to take all the levels of energy within us and change them. And as Lynn Anderson would have said, turn it into love again. Exhale and let go. Get rid of everything that's denser, heavier, that has you out of frequency. Breathe in the highest vibrational frequency of unconditional love. Your highest source energy. White light, blue light, and violet flame. I see the white light coming already. So we ask that another pyramid come down with the same energies. Enhance all this. We feel ourselves connecting up the pure source energy and connecting down to Mother Earth, creating a positive energy loop between us and Gaia. And another pyramid with all of these energies. One more, please. As we are connected through our Earth Star chakra, through our Chiron and wound healing. And all of it meets in the middle in our heart space, at our high heart chakra, at our throat chakra, where all of this is being communicated and translated. Clear translation, clear transmutation, everything turned into love again. Just breathe in and breathe out. We call ourselves back to ourselves across all time, space, universes, lifetimes, dimensions, and incarnations, past, present, and future. Everything, we're turning it loose. We're trusting that it's all being turned into love again. High vibrational energy. So we can be in our highest time life. And we ask pure source energy to open up our chakra system. Anything holding us, any energetic entanglements that don't belong, any words, phrases, contracts, things we've said and done, things other people have said and done, things we've entered into willingly, things we've not entered into willingly, things we've done to others, they've done to us. Everyone's energy returns to everyone now at the highest vibrational frequency possible. There are to be no energetic entanglements. We are all free and sovereign of self. All forgiven, no unforgiveness, including forgiving ourselves. Make it so. So it is, and so it is, and so it is. As we breathe in more white light, blue light, and violet flame. And our entire chakra system is now calibrated, cleansed, attuned, aligned, as well as our two natures of energy, allowing and doing. As each light ray stops accordingly at each chakra and acts as it should, perfectly for each of us to be in perfect alignment with self, so we may live our best and highest timeline in this reality without illusion or delusion. So we are as above, so below, the highest frequency of us possible. We open up our energy column. We let all the light in, all the white light. We expand our entire chakra system, our stellar gateway, our solar star, our causal chakra, our crown, our third eye, our past life chakra, our throat chakra, our high heart chakra, our heart chakra, expand, expand, expand. Our solar plexus, our navel chakra, our sacral chakra, our root chakra, our earth star chakra. Pure source energy coming down, connecting us to Mother Earth. And we are becoming pure white light. Nothing that does not serve is being allowed to stay. We are being transmuted to the perfect frequency That is us. If there's anything that needs to ascend, any ascending you need to do, breathe in, breathe out, allow it now. We choose to allow or to hold on. Allow yourself to ascend. Allow the energy column to be open. Allow ascension. Welcome ascension. Welcome transcendence. All for your best and highest good. All for the reality of your best and highest timelines. For you to be in perfect frequency. Nothing can hold you. Nothing can prevent source, pure source energy from freeing you energetically. No energetic entanglements. Past life chakra, you feel tension there, open it up. Silver light, silver frequency. Open the past life chakra. Take all of that energy, transmute it into unconditional love. Bring it forward on our timeline. Go down the chakra system, doing this with every chakra. Take all the energies that are denser and do not serve. Raise them up to the highest of vibrational frequencies and bring them forward on our highest timeline, going forward. And then the higher chakras do the same. Whatever energies you have there, they must come into frequency, and they must be willing to work with us as a whole light being so that we may go forward on the timeline that is our highest reality without illusion or delusion. As now down our very center of our beingness, we are opened up with white, golden light. And ascending. All of us ascending, transcending all that does not serve, connecting to pure source energy at the highest vibrational frequency of ourselves. Our energy column closing behind us in support of us as we go to our point of origin. And what was once white is now black, pure blackness. There's no fear. Go to this place as often as you need to, but this is in the beginning. And allow Source to heal you with the pure frequency, pure codes, pure energetic DNA, whatever words resonate with you. Allow the pure you, the highest vibrational frequency of you, to come through now. Allow. Fill in your heart space. a bright light beginning to shine. Feel your chakra system activated as pure source light has come down through it. Your entire chakra system activated and opening. As you become a pure ball of energy suspended in space. Perfect yellow, gold, white light. And source energy comes down and into your heart space. Your heart space expands and expands and expands and expands and expands. And there's green light for the heart. The entire chakra system is opening up, so there's no pressure, no restrictions. Wave after wave of light is forming, all the colors. Every chakra represented with the heart at the center. And as you absorb these lights, these keys, these codes, this transmission, as your original blueprint, as the original you is being reborn, recreated, as you surrender to this, you feel energy, ghosts, if you will, lifting away, and you let them go. They represent all the non-resonant or past lifetimes, all the things that you no longer wish to be. You've been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Just let it all go. And know that Source is going to take all that energy, turn it into light again, and bring it back to you. Just let it go. There's a very bright emerald green light right now. Just soak it in. And know that change is here. Many of the tarot readers have been saying, they've been catching, it's been a long time coming. It is here. This is the portal for it. Allow everything to go that wishes to just drift away. Let it go. Release. 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 Take off the mask of inauthenticity. Let it go. And allow your heart space to fully connect. As you're as above, your highest frequency, talks frankly and freely, communicates without loss of translation with your so below. So you understand and have clear guidance. I feel excited, happy, and energized about the change that you're embracing. And know that you have the power, the support, not to just say it, but to hold the frequency and become it. That energy is coming down. There's a yellow energy. Pink energy. A violet energy. Golden energy. The silver energy. And now the white light. Bask in this energy, stay in this space as long as you need. Allow the white light come into your heart space and expand it bigger and bigger and bigger. Allow whatever energies you're working with at any given time to do the same. Stay in this frequency for guidance, for support, for understanding, for communication with the light being that you are, for the transformation into that light being. Come as often as you need. Allow yourself, allow all these energies to push you forward on your highest timeline. You may feel yourself being propelled forward. Just go with it. Be open to the change. Surrender to your best and highest good. Your full conscious, energetic self being expressed fully through you in your humanity, in your beingness. When you're ready, when you're ready, end your meditation according to your practice. You do not have to wait for portal day to do this again. The energy of this portal is present here at all times.